Boy, yeah, the name is Slack. Thanks for coming back. And this is Ultimate Vault Hunter Mode, the absolute grueling, unforgiving new game plus playthrough of Borderlands 2. Almost everybody is in full agreement that the difficulty spike in Ultimate Vault Hunter Mode is insane, borderlining on impossible. For this reason, the most popular strategy to take on Ultimate Vault Hunter Mode is to farm a bunch of powerful legendary weapons and items and make those an integral part of your Ultimate Vault Hunter Mode build. Now, if you want to go that route, all the power to you, okay? All the power to you. I've done a lot of farming myself. Tons of farming. I love legendaries. They kick ass. Plain and simple. One of my favorite farming runs is the Slaga. But I guess it's one of my favorites because it's one of the quickest, if not the quickest farming run in the game. If it takes you a dozen tries to get it, it's not that bad. But truth be told, if anybody was to ask me, what do you think about farming for legendary, Slack? You know, if you put me to a lie detector test and give me a bunch of scopolamine, I would confess that I find farming incredibly frickin' tedious and boring. I never get used to it. Never. I never get used to it. I mean, if I can get that legendary weapon to drop within, say, the first half a dozen attempts to get it, then, okay, farming is fun. But if it takes, as in this case where I'm attempting to get the Unkempt Herald from Savage Lee, if it takes a whopping 27 times to get that legendary, then to me, this is unacceptable. Just doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again until finally you luck out and that boss enemy you've been farming finally decides to squat down and pinch out a golden egg. To me, this is not fun. This is more like work. Hell, I've had several menial jobs which were more fun than this, seriously. Okay? And I don't know, I've been thinking lately, is this our only option? Is this the only way you can beat Ultimate Vault Hunter Mode? This is it? And I'm thinking, there must be a better way. Let me rephrase that before anybody jumps all over me. Okay, there must be another way, a more natural way, an alternative way. And that's the question this Ultimate Vault Hunter Mode walkthrough is going to answer. Assuming you only have the base game and no DLCs, well, I know Ultimate Vault Hunter Mode pack is technically a DLC, but assuming you have only this and no other DLCs, can you make a solo run through Ultimate Vault Hunter Mode with no legendaries?
Yeah, sure, Slack. Just cash in a bunch of golden keys.
No golden keys.
No golden keys?
No golden keys.
And no legendaries?
No legendaries.
No, wait a minute, Slack. Wait, what are you doing?
Don't try to stop me, Pee-wee.
Don't do it, Slack. You're a young man.
No.
Don't do it.
I'm kicking the habit.
Slack, you just threw away a level 48 hammer buster with a 3.1 reload speed.
You bet. What's next?
Wait, not the Slagga.
Yep, the Slagga.
No.
Out you go. I'm kicking the habit. Finally, free of legendaries.
Slack, may I remind you, it took you 27 attempts to get that Unkempt Herald. Are you out of your mind?
What's next? Where's that sham? Here it is.
Slack, do you know how many times you have to farm bunker to get one of those things? And that's a tough farm, too.
Oh, yeah, it's a real bitch. What's next?
Okay, Slack, this is where I draw the line. This isn't even a legendary.
Yeah, I know.
Everybody knows the Pimpernel is the best weapon to use to get through Ultimate Vault Hunter Mode. I can't believe you just threw it away.
Yeah, everybody's in love with the Pimpernel.
Okay,
where's
Slack,
that Sandhawk?
It's official. You've got mental.
Yeah, I know. There it is. Yeah, let's throw this away, too.
Totally mental.
So I'm insane, am I?
Certifiable.
Yep. Come along with me, and I'll show you exactly how insane I really am.
MajorSlackVideos.
Yeah, this is fun.
Shut up, Pee-wee.
Okay.
Alrighty then, let's start at the beginning to get everybody on the same page. What exactly is Ultimate Vault Hunter Mode? This was the DLC that was first released, I think it was around 2013, if I recall correctly, somewhere around there. Anyways, it introduced a third, much tougher new game plus playthrough that followed True Vault Hunter Mode. That's why I call it New Game Plus Plus. The original Ultimate Vault Hunter Mode, or UVHM as it is often referred to as, raised the level cap from level 50 to level 61. Later on, they came out with a UVHM upgrade pack 2, which is what I and most everyone else has nowadays. This further raised the level cap from 61 to 72. It also introduced a new map, a new raid boss in a map called the Raid on Digistruct Peak, if I recall correctly. Anyways, that won't be covered in this walkthrough. We're just focusing on the third tougher playthrough. In a nutshell, Ultimate Vault Hunter mode introduces enemies that have 2 times health over True Vault Hunter mode, which is basically 4 times health over the normal playthrough or the first playthrough. Enemies now constantly scale with your level, and the game also throws in a batch of enemies 2 levels above your current level. So there really is no catching up. You're always playing under pressure from enemies that are higher level than you. Plus, most enemies, if not all, I don't know if there's any enemy that doesn't regenerate health. Anyways, I'm going to say most enemies now slowly regenerate health, which in many situations can be a real pain. Yeah, so it really adds to the pressure. To compensate for all this huge difficulty spike, attacking slagged enemies with a non-slag weapon now does 3 times damage instead of 2 times damage. And also there is a slag on slag bonus damage. So if you're just using a slag weapon and the enemy gets slagged and you continue to attack it with the slag weapon, you get 50% bonus damage, whereas before it didn't do anything. So there's that. But still, it's a huge difficulty spike. And finally, weapon swapping is reportedly quicker to accommodate having to frequently switch back and forth between slag and non-slag weapons, which is pretty much the only way you're gonna survive Ultimate Vault Hunter mode. I read somewhere someone described Ultimate Vault Hunter mode as a slag simulator, and that's pretty much the gist of it. Yeah, you must slag. You must slag if you want to survive. So that's what we're up against. No wonder everybody and the monkey's uncle just farms up a truckload of legendaries and takes them into Ultimate Vault Hunter mode and lets them do all the heavy lifting. Why bother with strategy when you could just take out your Northfleet rocket launcher and blow everything to Kingdom Come? Now, as our esteemed colleague and resident troll Pee-wee has pointed out, I've gone completely mental. I threw away all my legendaries. So how am I going to take on Ultimate Vault Hunter mode? Well, let me show you my build. This is what I call the Blue Vanilla Zero Orange build. Blue Vanilla because, with the exception of class mods and relics, my starting loadout contains only blue unique weapons that are given as mission rewards throughout the base game. Everybody can get these weapons, no farming required, no DLCs required. Okay. Now, no, all these blue uniques are rated at level 50. That's because as I made my way through made my way through True Vault Hunter mode, I was careful never to start any side mission that rewarded any one of these unique weapons. And in case you don't know, after completing the final story mission in True Vault Hunter mode, the entire game levels up to level 50. And that means that all enemies and all remaining side missions will also be level 50. And that means all mission rewards will also be level 50. So essentially, everyone has a potential gold mine of level 50 blue unique weapons at their disposal, many of which can hold their own against legendary weapons of the same level. Zero Orange is pretty much self-explanatory. It's a double entendre. We're playing in Zero, and we have no orange, aka legendary weapons, in our inventory. And before I go into a more detailed look at all these weapons and exactly how you can get them, let's take a look at first of all, no, wait a minute. First of all, let's discuss class mods. There is no side mission that rewards a blue unique class mod. So I made class mods optional. And same with relics. I think there's only 2 or 3 side missions that reward blue unique relics, and they both suck. One's a relic that applies to runners, and the other one's a relic that increases your XP. And they're both pretty useless in Ultimate Vault Hunter mode, so I made relics optional as well. So basically, you'll have to start preparing this build at the beginning of your True Vault Hunter mode run. That's assuming that, of course, you're crazy enough to follow along this walkthrough with me and follow along with these rules of engagement, which I'll go over later. And you have to remember not to do any side mission that rewards a blue unique weapon that you want to have at level 50 later on. And don't even start these missions, by the way. Don't even start them, otherwise you'll screw everything up. And I'll put a list of all the side missions that you have to avoid throughout your True Vault Hunter mode run in order to have all these weapons at level 50 when you finally complete these side missions after completing True Vault Hunter mode. Alright, I'll put that in the video description. Now let's go to skills. Here's how I spent my skills. Once again, I'm playing as 0, and basically my playstyle is going to be power sniping, and when that breaks down, we'll resort to slagging and gunning. 5 in headshot, 5 in killer, 5 in one shot, 1 kill, 1 in bore, 5 in kill confirmed, 3 in at 1 with gun, and finally 1 in critical sentient. And I also have some points spent to accommodate some bonuses that I'm getting from some class mods. For example, precision, and I have 1 in velocity because I have a class mod that has a bonus in velocity. Here it is right here, the Swift Spy class mod. Okay, so that's why I spent a skill point there. And then I spent all the rest of the points in the cunning skill tree to get down to innervate. And I'm going to modify this a bit. There's something I don't need here, I realized. So I can put 1 more point into innervate. Anyways, I'll do that later. So that's it. No points in bloodshed. I don't like melee 0. I don't like the way I played melee 0 extensively, and even when you have many must fall, what I can't stand is if your strategy just completely caves in right in the middle of, you know, melee attacking. You're always left right in the middle of the battlefield with your butt hanging in the breeze, and I can't stand that. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of melee 0, but I will actually be respecing to the bloodshed skill tree every once in a while to handle certain situations. This is actually really useful. So yeah, we'll be doing that. Okay, now weapons. Let's go over all these weapons, the champions and the ones that were disappointments. There were a couple real disappointments. I thought the teapot would really work out well. It turned out to be a major disappointment. I thought I could use it against Boom Boom. Turned out to be just the worst. It wasn't worth anything. I thought I could use it on Ironclad. You lunatics, it was just way too weak. So this, I'm probably just going to sell. The one that turned out to be the biggest champion is this one here, the Buffalo Sniper Rifle. This really took me by surprise too, because I thought this was just going to be a novelty weapon. This is basically a Jacobs Sniper Rifle, and I believe it has the highest base damage in the game. There may be a purple Jacobs that can beat this, but at level 50 I think this is pretty much the highest by far. As you can see, it has a whopping 32,000 damage. The only thing is it has no scope, but in fact this works to your advantage because this is perfect for a lot of mid-range combat, and it has a pretty good iron sight. So once you get used to it, you realize this is actually really good that it has no scope, because it doesn't cut off your peripheral view like the scopes do. So once you get used to it, yeah, this really kicks butt. I'll show you. And you can get this from completing the Demon Hunter mission. The Demon Hunter mission is posted at the Sanctuary bounty board after you complete a whole bunch of missions in Lynchwood called Animal Rescue. And these are a whole bunch of missions for this pupscag called Duquino. What you do is just go out to the east end of Main Street here in Lynchwood, and there's this pupscag right about there. And you'll see an exclamation mark there. Just go there, pick up the mission, do all these missions called Animal Rescue, Food, Animal Rescue Medicine, Animal Rescue Shelter, I believe is another one. And you'll be escorting, doing all kinds of step and fetch it for Duquino, and finally you'll be escorting him to his new home in here, right here, I believe it is. Is that it? Yeah, in this cave right here. Once you escort him there, he goes into a little hole there, and that's it. The animal rescue missions are complete. At that point, the Demon Hunter mission will be posted on the Sanctuary bounty board. Go pick it up, and then you'll be required to kill Dukino's mom, a gigantic skag in this area here. Once you kill Dukino's mom, complete that mission, turn it in, you get the Buffalo sniper rifle. This turned out to be my bread and butter. I was really surprised. This turned out to be my bread and butter. When you're doing that series of missions, you're gonna have to kill a lot of bandits as you go back and forth in Lynchwood, and it's pretty much impossible to speed run back and forth through Lynchwood. You're just gonna end up killing a lot of bandits. As a result, what you should do is you should go to, before you start that mission, go to Highlands Overlook. Go to the bounty board and pick up a mission called Hyperion Contract 873. Let me just see if I can find this here. There's the animal rescue missions that you have to do. Food, shelter, medicine, etc. Hyperion Contract 873. Pick up that mission. It will reward you with the Morningstar sniper rifle, which is kind of a hit and miss. You may get a good one, you may not get a good one, but you should do this anyways, because as you're going back and forth in Lynchwood, you're killing a lot of bandits anyways, and what you're required to do to complete this mission is kill 100 bandits. So do that anyways. Get it, see what kind of Morningstar you got. I got a corrosive Morningstar, which is not bad. What I was really hoping for was a super high damage Morningstar. The Morningstar, a level 50 Morningstar, it can go up to 25 or 26k damage. So that's what you're hoping for. Otherwise, it's typically around anywhere between 17 and 19k damage, often with some elemental damage along with it. It's total crapshoot. Next, a couple missions that are total gimmies in Sanctuary. One will give you the Law revolver, and the other one will give you the Order shield. The Law revolver. This may or may not come with a scope. If you get one with a scope, like I was lucky enough to get, you got it made. Even one without a scope, get it anyways. It's a total cakewalk. What happens is at a certain point through the game, Marshal Friedman will appear here with a circle of bandits, and he's trying to solve the mystery of who ripped him off, or somebody ripped off a bank or something like that. You have to figure. It's easy. It's so easy. And once you do that mission, you get the Law revolver rewarded to you. Now, you can also get the Order shield. That is from this mission, by the way. Is called Won't Get Fooled Again. Okay, Won't Get Fooled Again. There it is right there. Another mission, which is kind of like a sister mission to that mission we just talked about, is the BFF's mission. Sometime throughout your playthrough, a group of people is going to appear. Basically a standoff is going to appear right here in front of scooters, right around in this area here. Don't do that mission as well until you get to level 50. It's really easy. Once you complete that, it's nothing. You just have to solve like this little, figure out who stole the money or something like that. And then once you figure that out, you get the Order shield, which is a Royd shield, but it's pretty much the only shield that is rewarded as a blue unique, with the exception of Flame of the Firehawk. That's actually a legendary. I think that's the only legendary in the base game that is actually rewarded as a mission reward. I don't like the Flame of the Firehawk because of the Fire Nova effect. I find it really distracting, even though it may spawn with immunity to fire, which would be great, but I can't stand that. So this is my choice for a shield, the Order shield. This may get replaced soon. That's that. Kiss of Death. Definitely get this. This is, I mean, I never would have known this had I not started playing by these rules of engagement. I never would have known that the Kiss of Death is an easy way to kill Captain Flint. I never knew that before, and I'll show you that. It's dead easy. You get this from Moxxi. The mission is called Hell Hath No Fury. It takes place in Opportunity. Get the mission from Moxxi as soon as all the opportunity missions become available. Don't do that until you reach level 50. This is, I wouldn't call it a cakewalk, but you only have to kill one guy, and that's the foreman. By the way, as you're doing these missions, anytime you can get by without killing bandits, do so. Because what you don't want to do is over level. You don't want to be over leveled once you enter Ultimate Vault Hunter mode. So if you could do any of these missions, if you could skip by killing all the stuff and just do only exactly what is required, do that. This is one of those missions. All you have to do is kill the foreman in opportunity. Then you can speed run down, get the dynamite, blow up Jack's little place there, and come back, report to Moxxi, and you get this fantastic transfusion grenade, which really helps out. Like I said, this is a beautiful Captain Flint buster. Next, the Lady Fist. That you can get from... It's in the Arid Badlands. Uncle Teddy, it's called. Uncle Teddy. As soon as you reach the Arid Badlands, this mission becomes available. In the Arid Badlands, there's a replica of the original Fyrestone town, which is in Borderlands. There's a bounty board there. Once you find the bounty board there, you'll get this mission called Uncle Teddy. It's a real cakewalk. You just have to go over to TK Baja's old place, go down the basement, search a whole bunch of containers, and solve the mystery of who stole his blueprint or something like that. Go back to the bounty board, turn it in, and you'll get the Lady Fist, which is absolutely indispensable. I highly recommend you get this. I was fortunate enough to get a slag version. It could come with any element on it, like fire, shock, whatever. I got slag. But as you can see, it does 800% critical hit damage. Absolutely indispensable. Next, the Trespasser. This you get from the Animal Rights mission. I'm just going off the top of my head here. Animal Rights mission you get from Mordecai. Yep, that's the one. Animal Rights. As soon as you complete the Wildlife Preservation mission, this becomes available from Mordecai. Don't take it on though. Once again, I know I keep repeating myself, but don't take it on until you get to level 50. That mission, you're going to have to kill 36 Hyperion guards and a bunch of loaders in order to get access to the final area. There's no way around that, but it will reward the Trespasser, which is fantastic because it bypasses shields. That's what this sniper rifle does. Usually has pretty high damage, but it bypasses shields and just attacks the enemy's health. You may get one with 180% critical hit damage, as I did, but this really helped out a lot. Next, the teapot, forget about it, don't bother. I still haven't found a use for it. The Rubi. This is a mission that you get from Marcus. Something safe, I'll know it when I see it. Safe and sound. Right here, safe and sound. You have a choice of turning this mission either to Marcus or Moxxi. You get the mission from Marcus, turn it into Moxxi, and you get the... No, I'm mistaken. This is the Heartbreaker. This is how you get the Heartbreaker. Okay, let's talk about that. This was also absolutely essential. Miss Moxxi's Heartbreaker recovers a little bit of health on every shot. I think it's about 2%, but has a really quick fire rate. This was really saved my ass a lot of times in Ultimate Vault Hunter mode. That's good accuracy. Recovers health on every shot. Good reload. This on a slagged enemy, fantastic. So you slag him, then use this, and you know it's gonna save your butt a lot. The Rubi. 1 second. Let me just look at my notes here. Right, Rakkaholics Anonymous. That's a really easy mission too. That's the one where you go out to the dust. You get this mission from... You get this from Mordecai as well. I think it becomes available right after completing a Damn Fine Rescue. Now you can see the blue. You have a choice between the Rubi or the Sloth. and if you turn the mission into Moxxi, you get the Rubi. That's the one where you just have to chase around this runner, shoot it, and it keeps spitting out these kegs of beer. You collect 10 kegs of beer, and that's it. Like, you don't even gain any XP doing that. So it's great. It doesn't level you up. Turn the mission back into Moxxi, and you get the Rubi, which is also recovers health. Yeah, you're gonna want all these weapons that recover health. They're gonna help you out a lot. It could come like with varying kinds of elemental damage, fire, shock, whatever. So that's another weapon in my arsenal. The Heartbreaker though really outperformed it. I also got the Rock Salt. This is a mission, you get this as a mission reward from the Splinter group. This is completely redundant. I was going for a corrosive rock salt. Unfortunately, I got a fire rock salt, so this is actually completely redundant because the Heartbreaker outperforms it, but you should go for it anyways because this is a pretty kick-ass shotgun. You get this from completing the Splinter group mission. This one right here. That's where you go into the Bloodshot Stronghold, go down to the basement, go right to the end, and you have to kill 4 rats, which are kind of like, you know, like replicas of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Do that mission, kill all those 4 rat bosses, bring it back to Patricia Tanis, that's where you get the mission from, and she rewards you with the Rock Salt. Excellent shotgun, but I hope you don't get a fire one because the Heartbreaker always spawns as a fire shotgun, so this is going to be completely redundant for me, but I really like this weapon because it has an incredible reload speed. Check that out, love that. Fantastic reload speed, which is what you want in a shotgun. It really packs a punch. If I'd gotten a corrosive one, this would have been fantastic. Anyways. Next, Miss Moxxi's Good Touch. This is a really easy. All you have to have is 15,000 bucks. 15 or 20,000 bucks. I think it's 20,000 bucks. Go to Miss Moxxi's. Find her tip jar and tip her about 20 or 25,000 bucks. This is only after you get the bad touch. Alright, and you may notice I don't have the bad touch. I discovered something working on this walkthrough. I didn't know this before. The bad touch is the weapon you first get from Miss Moxxi after you tip her $15,000. About $15,000. You may have to go a little more. And she'll give you a corrosive SMG, which also recovers health. Really kick-ass SMG. It's always corrosive. Unfortunately, on the PC version, there's a glitch where you can only get it once per character. Typically, you can get a new bad touch every playthrough. You can get one in normal Vault Hunter mode, one in true Vault Hunter mode, and one in ultimate Vault Hunter mode. On the PC version, you can only get one per character. So that's I didn't know that. So I already used that my one time. So if you're wondering why I don't have the bad touch, which would have been great, that's why I already used up my chances. Make sure you wait until level 50 before you do all this tipping in her jar, so you get level 50 versions of these weapons. Next, the Bane. I'm not even going to talk about that. I thought the Bane would be great. I have used the Bane many times in true Vault Hunter mode and normal Vault Hunter mode as a great way to get a second wind. It's really annoying, and it slows you down to a crawl. It makes these funny sounds, but it really kicks out the damage. And I found this comparable to using a rocket launcher. In fact, sometimes it's even better than a rocket launcher to get second winds. But it slows you down to a crawl. As you can see, you can only move that fast. But if you're in second wind mode, or if you're in fight for your life, that's how fast you can move anyway, so you might as well use this. On Ultimate Vault Hunter mode, it was a piece of crap. Don't even bother with it, so I'm not... You get... just for good measure, you get it from... There's this guy, kind of like... This guy right here, I think it is, yeah. Sometime throughout the playthrough, there'll be an exclamation mark on him. Complete this mission called the Bane, and you'll get that weapon. Don't bother, it's a waste of time. Next... The Law, we covered Ruby, we covered Teapot, we covered the Rock Salt, we covered the Heartbreaker, Moxxi's Good Touch. Last Go, this is really easy. This is out in Frostburn Canyon. You can just walk there and get it. You don't even have to do a mission. And it always respawns too, so you can get it as many times as you like. So just as soon as you complete True Vault Hunter mode, go out to Frostburn Canyon. This didn't turn out to be that useful though. Here in Frostburn Canyon, go around to this location right here. Okay, you just speed run around through here. You go through like this tunnel where all the spider ants are, and you come out here right to this location right here. There's a little pool of water, and the last go is always there. If you like quit the game and reload, you can do it again. You can get another one. So you can keep going back there and getting, you know, get the last go version that you want. Pretty good SMG. But like I said, I have yet to find a use for it. But it's great as a backup. And is that it? Oh, the Share ME. Fantastic weapon. Absolutely perfect for this build. Helps you recover health. A sniper rifle that helps you recover health. I think it recovers 25%, if I recall correctly. 25% of the damage you deal as health. Basically, it's a transfusion sniper rifle. Absolutely essential. The only problem is it's a real bitch to get. You have to complete 5 grueling rounds of Hyperion Slaughter. And let me tell you right now, yeah, all these Hyperion Slaughter round 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All you have to do is save number 5 for level 50. I would strongly recommend that you do 1 through 4 as soon as possible, because it's going to be a lot easier. I forgot about this, and I ended up having to do all 5 at level 50. It was a bitch. Oh my gosh. But it was worth it, because this is like, I would say you can do without it, you know, but if you can get it, it's going to help you out a lot, because like there's nothing like, you'll see, you'll take a shot and it recovers a hell of a lot of health, because sniper rifles, as you know, you're doing critical hit damage, you're doing a lot of damage, so sometimes you could be like almost empty, your gas tank is almost empty, you take one shot, critical hit, boom, all your health is recovered. So yeah, this really helped out a lot. And is that it? I recover them all? Yeah, I think that's it. Like I say, class mods are optional and relics are optional. So that's it. That's my loadout. These are my rules of engagement. Let's go over that right now, because I know there's going to be some questions. There always is. Let me just get in a dark place so I can, you know, post the rules of engagement right there. Rules of engagement for this walkthrough. First of all, I want to make one thing clear. The spirit of this challenge is not, I'm not attempting to make the game more difficult, even though that is what's happening. You know, obviously not using legendaries makes UVHM much more difficult, but that's not my intent. So some of you may be thinking, well, if you really want to make it difficult, Slack, why don't you just use white card weapons? Yeah, I know. First of all, that's already been done before. I don't know if anybody's actually done a solo run of white card weapons through Ultimate Vault Hunter mode, but a co-op run already exists. Personally, I wouldn't find that very interesting. That is not to undermine their accomplishment, not in any way, shape, or form, but that's not what I'm after here. I was simply after to eliminate the need to farm legendaries, number one, and to start with all these fantastic blue uniques, which everybody largely ignores when they go into Ultimate Vault Hunter mode. For everybody, it's always about the legendaries, and this is about re-examining the game and exploring the possibilities with blue unique weapons. That's what I'm after, okay? So, rules of engagement, just post them up right there. Rule of engagement number 1, no legendaries. Rule of engagement number 2, no golden keys. We can't cash in any golden keys. That means pretty much no E-Tech weapons. No instant purples popping out of the golden key chest. We're starting only with the blue unique weapons that I showed you, or any other blue uniques available in the game. These are the ones that I selected, the ones I felt were the best, most useful for my particular playstyle. All other weapons found during the walkthrough are fair game. Okay, all whites, greens, blues, purples, all are fair game except the legendaries. I will continue to not use legendaries even if they drop during the walkthrough. Alright? I will, however, allow myself to pick them up and sell them for money. Okay, that's one thing I will allow, but I'm not going to use them. Farming XP is allowed. I'm not sure I'm going to do any farming XP, but if a situation arises where I need to farm XP, I will allow that. Power shopping also is allowed. Power shopping is where you quit and reload the game to get the vending machines to respawn their inventory. And that's it. I think we covered all the bases. I'm putting all this information in. That's a lot of ground to cover. I'm putting it all in the introductory video so that it will free me up to just play the game as we make our way through Ultimate Vault Hunter mode with no legendaries. That is coming up next. We're going to jump right to combat in part 2. I want to thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Hey guys, real walkthroughs like these are an endangered species here on YouTube. For a complete lowdown on the YouTube video game walkthrough scene, check out my Patreon page, and please consider making a donation to yours truly, Major Slack, to help keep real walkthroughs alive on YouTube. You can donate as little as $1. That's $1, that's all. That's all it takes, alright? Thanks a lot, really appreciate it.